On warm, damp nights, a strange creature emerges from its hiding place, leaving a trail of viscous slime in its wake. I'm talking about slugs, the alien-looking gastropods that haunt our gardens after nightfall. Welcome to Nature Tales. My name is Nicholas, and on this channel, my goal is to show you the amazing stories of the natural world. Right now, I'm in the beautiful state of New Jersey, looking for an amazing creature that only comes out when the sun goes down. Well, the rain has sure brought the slugs out tonight. I see a whole bunch on this rock. Not the huge ones I'm looking for, but they're pretty cool. I'm pretty sure. I see they're mostly yellow. I think these are hedgehog slugs, but there are a couple of yellowish species, so I'm not sure exactly. That's my best guess. There were hundreds of these awesome little yellow slugs creeping around, grazing on algae and moss. But I was after a different species of slug, a much larger one with a beautiful pattern. The leopard slug. They were also quite common, but I wanted to find a big one. Alright, here he is. A beautiful leopard slug. Aren't these guys just awesome? So obviously they're named leopard slugs because of that pattern they have on their body that looks kind of like those leopard spots. Now, these guys are all over the place now, especially after the rains we've had. You walk around, they're all over. I wanted to find a big one so you can really show off their impressive size. As you've probably guessed by their appearance, slugs are very closely related to snails. They're both gastropods. Gastropods are a type of mollusk, and they include both snails and slugs. You can find them under a rock in your garden all the way to the depths of the ocean. And they're one of the most diverse groups when it comes to species, second only to the insects. The reason I don't have him on my hand is because he's super slimy. I really don't feel like getting slug slime all over my hands. It's very difficult to get off, so I'll just leave him on the rock. Now, the slug may look pretty harmless, and it is. It can't bite, it can't sting. But in some places, in southern states, I don't think they carry it in New Jersey, but I'm going to wash my hands anyway when I get inside. They can carry a parasite called rat lungworm, which for part of its life cycle lives in the slime coating of slugs. So this should be obvious, but don't eat uncooked slugs from your garden. I wouldn't eat cooked slugs either, but that's my opinion. If you handle a slug, don't put your hands in your mouth, wash them, because if you catch rat lungworm, it can be deadly. Now, since they are so slimy, they leave behind a slime trail as they move. Same thing with snails. And that's how slug predators let you use that to find them. They have 4 tentacles on their head, and these unfurl when the slug wants to use them. The top pair are eye stalks. They can really only distinguish light and dark, but the bottom pair have an excellent sense of smell. The slug's mouth is on the underside of its head, and it has a toothy tongue called a radula. All gastropods have a radula, and in the slug's case, it uses it to scrape plant material off of surfaces and then consume it. Slugs are just one of the many animals that live right outside our doors and are absolutely amazing if given a closer look. Be sure to get out and explore for yourself, and I'll see you next time on Nature Tales.